I didn't want this to happen.
Who the hell wants this to happen? No shit. I'm talking to a pastor who can't tell me the truth.
Meet the world's most vile pastor, Sayantan Ghost. After 10 years of stalking his ex-wife and her family, Sai would try and kill them, only to realize one of them survived.
You remember going back and pointing the gun right in her face? Because she sure does. You know she's not dead.
Now, as he acts like a man-child,
I'm a grown man, I thought I was gonna pee my pants.
Sai is completely unaware that he has to pay for the crime of stealing an innocent child's parents.
My mom's ex-husband, he literally stalks us and he's at our house right now. Yeah. God, I'm sorry. I'm just really scared.
We also have video from the house. So the video says it, the video shows it, and you did it.
On June 28th, 2017, Amanda Harris was set to have a perfect day with her family. She and her husband of 6 years, Wayne Harris, were celebrating the birthday of their adopted daughter in League City, Texas. But when Amanda arrived home from taking her daughter on a shopping spree, she discovered utter chaos in her driveway. For nearly 10 years, her ex-husband, Sai Gozi, had been stalking her and her daughter. And finally, it had reached a head. Sai and her husband Wayne were in the midst of an altercation. Having talked to the police dozens, maybe hundreds of times about Sai's stalking, both she and Wayne initiated a citizen's arrest, something they had been told to do if Sai entered their property again so they could press more severe charges, but things didn't go as planned.
My name is Amanda Harris. I've been down there many times to tell you guys what's going on. He's been told by the police to stay away many, hundreds of times.
Do you have a weapon right now?
My husband and I both have a weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to put that weapon up, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, you and your husband both.
Wayne, he wants you to put your weapon down.
Does this other male have a weapon?
I have no idea.
Sai did, in fact, have a weapon. Now, both Amanda and Wayne had every right to hold Sai at gunpoint due to Texas's castle laws, but instead of allowing them to hold down the fort, the 911 operator tried to de-escalate. Unfortunately, things only escalated.
Send him over right now, please.
What's going on?
My mom's ex-husband, he literally stalks us and he's at our house right now. My parents are coming at him right now with guns. I'm sorry. I'm just really scared.
Call me, I'm getting hurt. You stand up.
Sai shot Wayne multiple times, then shot Amanda and fled across the border. By the time police in Las Cruces, New Mexico arrest him, Wayne has passed away, but Amanda is alive, and she has a lot to tell police about the interaction. The following footage was provided to us by the Galveston County Sheriff's Office.
So, Wednesday was actually Kelsey's birthday. Kelsey's like my daughter. I know, my spiritual daughter.
Take a minute, Pastor. Take a minute. Take a second, okay? I understand this is very emotional. And you know what? I am happy and I am glad that I am seeing these emotions from you. Okay?
Well, that makes one of us, because despite the ridiculous tears, I know that Sai has absolutely not learned a single lesson, and soon you'll see just how manipulative he really is.
We got her when she was about 6 months old.
Who was we?
Amanda and I when we were married.
Okay.
And her mom is Amber, and she was and so we were in Iowa and we got her, and I still remember she'd come from the houses. Amber used to take her to Ben's house in Michigan. And so, like, I remember I'm holding her, she's 6 months old, and I was like, God, this is such a precious child. She shouldn't have been through this. And we had her, and you know, I feel like neither of us knew Christ back then very well. I mean, we watched Pastor Joel Osteen on TV quite a bit, and you know, things were good. And then I had wanted to go to med school. I was doing podiatry school in Iowa, and you know, that wasn't working out academically. And Amanda was frustrated. We had sold a house. She came down to Houston, and I still stayed up in Iowa because I wanted to switch to like the MBA program at Iowa State. And I felt like it would be good for her to do something similar as well, and undergrad business, fashion. And that way we'd have loan money and things like that to raise Kelsey. We were trying to find jobs, but it was not a good time in the economy.
Let's break things down here for a second. Amanda and Cy fostered Amanda's niece, Kelsey, starting when she was just 6 months old, due to her birth mother's struggle with the Walter White kind of drugs. Amanda adored Kelsey from the moment she came into their lives. And though Cy is sobbing over Kelsey's alleged mistreatment from her birth mother, he ought to look in a mirror. Because despite what you're about to hear him say, Amanda didn't leave him over financial issues, a dog, or an argument. She left him because she caught him violently shaking Kelsey, who was less than a year old, for crying too loud.
And so it was always like living in fear because we always like were thinking like Kelsey's gonna get taken away. And you know, then I started having like migraines and vomiting like for like 6 months straight after that. And, you know, like I felt like Amanda was not cooperating. Like she, like I told her before I came down from Iowa that, you know, like we have to protect our student loans. Like this is like the only way that we can protect Kelsey.
When you say protect student loan, you mean pay them?
No, like
What is protect?
keep them and keep going to school because we were both enrolled in programs like U of H, Clear Lake. And then I saw like she wasn't like, I guess she was just like shutting down from stress because my dad had died, and then this Kelsey thing happened, and her grandma died, and her mom got divorced, and like a third time, and you know, it was like massive pressure. And one day there was like just a blow up where, you know, like she just, it was a stupid reason, but like, you know, it was like I had found a dog, and like I wanted like us to have that dog, you know, because like my other dog got along like really nicely with that dog, and it was real cute. Like it's the only dog I see would actually pick up Kelsey's like bib, Passy, and you know, run around the house with that dog. And you know, like one day, like Amanda and her mom just decided to give the dog away without asking me, and so I like blew a gasket, and it was like stress. And
So let's fast forward a little bit.
Okay.
Let's fast forward.
yeah,
I know this is very important to you. It's
Yeah,
very important to
yeah.
me. Y'all ended up getting full-time custody of her, correct? She
Yeah.
was awarded to, Kelsey was
Yeah.
awarded to y'all, correct?
yes.
Okay. Both of
And
y'all?
so
Or do
initially to me, like I initially both, like it was like a temporary custody, and then like after that blow up, like we separated, and I was like had to clear my head, and then like on Mother's Day 2008, like I was I think it was 2000 and it was either Mother's Day 2007 or 8. I was like at my mom's. I was back at my mom's. I was trying to like salvage what had happened, and like my friend Dr. Miller had called from Iowa, and he was like, "Look, you need to sit down for what I'm about to tell you." You know, so he sat me down and he said that Amanda had reached out to him like romantically, you know, and I prayed and like vomited all day Mother's Day, and I was like, I didn't want to divorce her, but I was like, that is like, you know, that is like a biblical grounds for divorce, you know, to go after somebody else.
Sure.
And so I went off to Iowa. I was brokenhearted. I still didn't want to divorce her. I still didn't want to leave Kelsey. You know, I left them with like thousands of dollars, and then about 30 days later, I was in Iowa. You know, and I was like, look, you know, if you just, you know, leave like the friends, leave these kind of friends that are encouraging you to do these things, like, you know, with other guys or party and this and that, you know, just come back to Iowa, like, you know, we'll be good. But then, like, she had found, like, one of her friends had found another friend who was, like, super promiscuous, like, was doing, like, stuff named Stephanie. Like, she had found her a job at Rooms to Go, and supposedly she was supposed to make, like, 90,000 a year. So I was like, okay, well, maybe God wants us to be apart, and she can make a lot of money, and I can finish my school.
Pastor.
Personally, I think God would be more concerned about him shaking an innocent child than the couple making lots of money. But I digress. Cy is embarrassingly desperate to paint Amanda as an adulterer who was partying and stealing money from him. But the reality is very, very different. The minute Amanda moved from Iowa to Houston to be with her mother, she cut ties with Cy, telling him very clearly that they were never getting back together. There was no infidelity, no partying. In fact, Amanda was working several part-time jobs to raise her daughter, who she still didn't have full custody of, by herself. Once again, despite the ridiculous claims that Cy is about to make. Keep in mind, the moment Amanda moved to Houston, the two were never romantically involved or living together again.
After the divorce.
After the divorce, 2009, December, I finished my MBA program back in Iowa. And we were still kind of keeping in touch. And during that time of the MBA is when she got full custody. Okay. So I was happy for her. I was like,
Of Chelsea.
Of Kelsey.
Oh,
yeah.
Kelsey, I'm sorry.
Right, yeah. And so then I was like, look, I finished my MBA program. I still love you. I still love Kelsey. I had found like a John Osteen devotional, and Amanda had stuffed like a picture of Kelsey, and then when I had opened it in Iowa, like it fell out, and I was like crying, and I was like, well, let's work it out. I promise, like we have to go to church and all this stuff. So I came down December 2009. We moved in together, and then for 3 months, like we were living together and going to church, and then like she just felt like, I just want to date other people. She said,
So y'all divorced.
So we're divorced already. We're divorced. We're going to come back together. Like
Did you want the divorce?
No.
You didn't want the divorce?
No.
Did you fight the divorce?
I filed it because of that phone call that my friend gave me that she had reached out to him, Dr. Mellon.
You filed for divorce.
Okay. And then I also wanted to get back together after that,
Okay. All right. So let's fast forward a little bit, okay? Did she move to Tomball?
At some point, okay, so I think she started dating Wayne. I don't know when exactly, but I know that by 2012, I think they were dating. And so I was actually working at Lakewood Church with the children in the children's ministry for Veronica Montgomery, like right before that. And so they know my story. Dodie Osteen used to pray for me. I used to take names of, sick patients at hospitals to pray for her, like Tuesdays, I had started to feel like, there's a scripture in the Bible about like Joel 2:28, how God will give you like visions and dreams, right? So one day, like I was like the Dodie Osteen's, I still remember Dodie Osteen's blood drive, and I think it was 2012, and Joel Osteen had preached a message that pray for what you hope for. And in that interim time between like 2009 and 10, like occasionally Amanda would let me see Kelsey, We had a good time, like she would stay over at my mom's house, we'd go out for pizza, I'd take her to Lakewood and the Sacred Heart Church to go see the big statue of Christ and all that. And, but I noticed like Amanda was becoming more like on off with Kelsey. And 2012, it had been an off period, and Joel Osteen had said that, and I prayed for it, and then suddenly I just felt like a vibe, I had closed my eyes and prayed, and I felt like Kelsey was like running away from Wayne, like in the sanctuary, like running across like the Lakewood Church sanctuary. So I was like, oh, whatever, that's like whatever, ridiculous, and Kelsey's with Wayne and Amanda. So I was in the after sanctuary, I went into the blood drive bus, and I saw a text from Amanda. I still have the text, and it's on a phone. I saved it at my apartment. And the text said, "Are you at Lakewood? I have an ocean to see." And that was a text from Amanda. So I was like, "Wow, that was like crazy." Like I was just praying about Kelsey, and then she winds up being at Lakewood. I didn't even know it. And I was like actually like joking around with like this other grandma lady on the bus, on the blood drive bus, about how tough marriage is. And then I saw that and I was like, wow, like that was a miracle, you know? So I met Amanda, and then I got to see Kelsey, and it was awesome.
In case you haven't clocked it, Cy likes God almost as much as he likes Joel Osteen. Unfortunately for him, detectives aren't here for a sermon or for his demonization of the woman that he's just shot.
You know, Amanda had told me like.
Gosh, let's. I know there's a lot of history here.
Sure,
you know?
sure, almost there.
You know where we came from.
Sure.
We came all the way
Yeah.
from Lake City, and
Sure.
that history is important
Sure.
to you understanding.
Sure.
A lot of emotions there, a lot of why you did things for gifts and,
Right.
and birthdays,
Right.
and you love this girl.
Yes.
You love Kelsey.
Yes.
Let's fast forward a little bit to.
Okay.
What about, did you go to their house about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, when the police were called?
Tell
me about that.
There's no police calls at that time that I was aware of. Like I had
Did you show up at their house recently? And I don't mean prior to the incident took place.
Maybe, I don't know if it was 3 weeks ago, it might have been
Whenever it was.
I never interacted
Police
with them.
contacted with you, correct?
No.
No, police never made contact with you by phone
No,
or by person?
not in person, no.
Okay, but did you come to their house?
I dropped off some books for part of our financial ministry, and so I was hoping that everybody could like get along at some point, because I'd also been like a couple Christmases ago to drop presents, and like Wayne's historic response is like, get my house, like, you know, I'll kill you or something like that. That's his like typical.
Did you try to explain to him?
I have a videotape of the Christmas interaction actually that I can share with you guys.
Okay.
And I had showed it to Mike and Amanda's brother, Sean, as well. And they giggled about it, and then we prayed and left. But the most recent time that I visited, I did not knock on their door, I did not interact with Wayne, I did not trouble them.
Did you drop by the house?
I dropped by the house to drop the books, and I left, that's it.
Where did you drop the books at?
In the front door.
Front door.
Front door.
Okay.
And they were basically a book called Saving for Your Future. My ministry.
Did you leave a note?
No.
Did you text anyone and say, hey, I dropped books at your door?
No.
Did you call anyone and tell them you had?
I had texted Mike to join like this financial movement, and like the Pope is involved with this financial movement and all that. And I had hoped actually to pick up like a insurance license, and then to build a team and to support my ministry with the income and all that. So nobody mentioned that was a problem. I didn't see it as a problem. I noticed that they had a for sale sign. If anything, I thought that would help them if they're struggling financially and they need to sell the home.
It seems Cy hasn't been listening close enough to his hero, or doesn't have enough brains to realize that police reports exist. Over the course of more than 6 years, Amanda had filed multiple reports against Cy for harassment and stalking, but police told her not much could be done unless he threatened her. In one instance, he came to her window, firing shots outside it in the dead of night. And in the incident just 3 weeks ago, where police actually spoke in person to SI in Amanda's yard, Amanda had called 911 after their dog began barking at windows, indicating that someone was creeping around outside. Of course, it was none other than the creep that detectives are questioning right now. He was issued a trespass violation for stalking around their property, and yet here he is, claiming that all he was doing was dropping off financial books to help them.
Let's fast forward to
Sure.
Wednesday morning, the day of the incident.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm calling it the incident because I
Sure.
don't know what it is.
Sure, yeah.
That morning, you woke up Wednesday morning. Start your day.
Sure. So actually I had to work late on Tuesday at the hospital. So by profession, I'm a professional ICU dialysis nurse. And so, people count on me to protect them and save their life, not to take it. And it's a good job. It's a great job. It's actually funded like our mission trip last year, and over like 20 grand into the ministry. So I'm thankful for it. But around 2, I probably woke up like around 2 in the afternoon because I was so tired from like the whole.
From working back before?
Yeah, the work. Yeah, and doing all these projects, like.
Woke up at 2. Then what happened?
So then I went to a meeting regarding this financial thing. you know, I had finally gotten my insurance licenses, and it's part of the Aegon family of companies. So it's like side income that I wanted to make and support the ministry and
Sure.
donate to kids and all that in India. And so it's so there's Aegon, there's Transamerica, there's Merrill Lynch, and then their education and marketing arm is called World Financial Group. So this is the thing that I wanted Amanda and Wayne to look at, and also Mike and Grandma Rose as well, as helping like the entire family, and then planning for Kelsey and Carly and Kaylee, something good for their future that will come out of something bad originally, right? Where everybody was once fighting.
Clearly, he's not just a Joel Osteen fan. He's an Allman Brothers fan. Because boy, is he a ramblin' man.
So
And
you bought the gifts,
Yeah,
Pastor.
bought the gifts, yeah.
Then what happened?
So I
So you woke up at 2. It took a couple hours
Yeah.
for shopping or the meeting. Then you went shopping. What time are we at this point?
evening, that I don't remember.
What time did you let me ask you this, what time did you decide to leave that area
Yeah.
and come down to Lake City?
Right after the Lifeway bookstore, you know,
Okay.
I went down there, and then I went to a CVS, and you know, I went to was it CVS or a Walgreens?
What'd you get at CVS?
There I got the pink bag that the gifts were in, and like the paper to wrap the gifts. Yeah.
Okay, or the tissue paper?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'm assuming you get in the car, put the presents in the car,
Yeah.
wrap it and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Then you go towards her house, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I was like, I was like, okay, I doubt anything's gonna happen. I doubt Wayne is gonna hurt me.
Well, let me ask you this. Why would you think that at this point? You're bringing a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you haven't been, because you haven't told me that you've been confrontational with Wayne or anyone else up to this point.
I've always tried to.
But why
have
the
peace.
first thing is you're thinking is, I think something's going to happen.
Well,
I don't think something's going to happen.
Well, I was like, I doubt something will happen, but just in case, let me just protect myself, so.
But let me,
Yeah.
my question to you is why would you think something's
Yeah.
going to happen? You got to help me paint that picture for
Yes,
yourself. Why would you think?
I felt like there's two possibilities. I felt like, why would they keep Kelsey from her relatives all these years? Why would they keep her from me when she adored me and begged for me at one point? Why are they doing this to her? Are they abusers? Is what's going through my head.
Yeah, but my question to you at that point is, she is care, custody, control, caregiver
Sure.
for that child, not you, right?
Right.
Okay. And that, let me ask you this, do you think that's, and I'm gonna be blunt with you,
Yeah.
is that any of your business? You're not involved with that child anymore, make their divorce,
Yeah.
she's remarried.
Yeah. I mean, but.
And there's been no history,
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to get at,
Sure.
Pastor, is help me understand why you thought, I don't think nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened in the past, right?
Right.
I mean, they've never been abusive towards you in the past, have they?
Well, when I showed up at Christmas a couple of years ago, with presents, that was on the video. I can show.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. Short of verbal abuse, have they ever been physically abusive with you?
No,
Okay.
me neither.
And so there's been no physical abuse in the past
Right.
to warrant you thinking something might happen.
Well, my thing
Because
was,
I'll be quite honest with you. I mean, you being a pastor and a
Right.
God-fearing man,
Right.
you know how important Christmas is to people.
Yeah.
If someone showed up my door, unannounced, uninvited,
Yeah.
Christmas morning, when I'm around the tree with my
Yeah.
kiddos, my most sacred time of the year,
Yeah.
because it is,
Yeah.
I'd be upset too. And I'm not sure I wouldn't verbally go off on someone
Yeah.
who showed up on my door unannounced, uninvited. So I'm not saying his
Yeah.
actions were appropriate, obviously,
Yeah.
but you can understand those actions, can't you?
I don't think so, because I would be okay. Because if somebody had been if Kelsey were with me, if the shoe was on the other foot,
Right.
and Kelsey was me, and I was raising her, and I knew that she adored Papa Mike, And I might not necessarily be best buddies with Papa Mike or approve of everything, or
Okay. Fair enough.
That's as a Christian, that's my thing, that this is for the child. It's in her best interest to have those relations in touch. And
thank you for helping me understand that.
The Christmas incident that he is referring to happened in 2015 when Cy showed up at Amanda and Wayne's door unannounced and asked if he could pray with their kids. Now keep in mind, that was 7 years after he and Amanda had divorced. At that point, Amanda had gone no contact with him for quite some time. In fact, as far back as 2011, she had purposefully moved frequently in order to hide her address from Cy. So, him showing up at her doorstep, asking if he could pray with her kids, when she's in a home with Wayne, who she's been married to for longer than she was ever married to Cy. That's a situation that only seems sane if you are insane, which does explain some things.
So you're driving over there and you're like, I don't think nothing's going to happen. Correct? Is that what you told me earlier? I don't put words in your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. And nothing's happened in the past other than the verbal abuse from when you showed up on that Christmas morning, right? Okay. Yeah. I mean, there hadn't been no road rage incident between you and Wayne. No other incidents where he's pulled a knife on you or anything like that.
I had a few slash tires earlier in the year, like 3 in a row back to back, and I don't know who did it, but I thought he might. Maybe.
We're gonna, we're about fairness, so we can't say he did it, he didn't
I
do
know,
it. So,
but
so you're heading over to the house, correct?
Yeah.
And what is your thinking? You already said that you don't think nothing's going to happen,
Right.
but if you're about to say it, I cut you off.
Yeah. Okay. And so part of what's been going through my head the last few months is that this sense, it's like that Lakewood church feeling that I had, like when I was seeing like Kelsey come across the sanctuary and then boom, I had her. Like I've had this sense that like there's some harm being done to her. It's like a strong feeling that somebody in Wayne's family is harming Kelsey. And I can't, aside from biblically, like I cannot justify it legally, I cannot justify it in any other way other than to say, I was constantly just, imploring Rose Gordon, her grandma, please, please check. Please check.
This is important for me.
Yeah.
You said something earlier that might have went through my ear real quick. I didn't understand it. You said you said something biblically.
Yeah, like I felt like, again, according to Joel 2:28.
Help me understand that.
Yeah, so Joel 2:28.
Let me tell you where I'm at with my faith.
Yeah.
I'm trying real hard.
Yeah.
I question it at times.
Right.
And I'm trying real hard. So when you use those words like biblical, and I'm trying to register what it means to me and what it means to you.
Right.
I understand. I want to make sure I understand you.
Right.
Because sometimes my sense of what biblical means is not the same as the Thomas or Pastor Size.
Right.
So when you mean by biblical, tell me what that means to you.
So I feel like I call it the Holy Spirit intuition, like knowing when something's wrong. Like one time I had gone over to check on them because I felt like this strong compulsion, something was wrong. And this was back when they lived in
Tomo?
No, this was
Deer?
I don't know if it was
Deer Park?
It was near the Deer Park area, but I don't think it was somewhere Texas City maybe or something like that, somewhere over there by San Jack. And I went to go check, and Amanda wasn't home, but Mike was home. And I was like, man, I just been having this feeling like something's wrong. Like, are you okay? And he was like, well, actually, I was in the hospital last night. I had, like a major thing happen with someone, with my stomach, And so, like, these are things like, it's more like what John Osteen, Dr. John Osteen, and then Dodie Osteen teach. It's kind of in line with Joel 2:28, where God will give you dreams and visions, but you'll also have like feelings, like Joel Osteen calls it the spirit man, like something is telling you. Intuition is what a scientist would say.
Gotcha.
Okay,
I understand that.
Something is not right here.
When you said biblical, I wanted to make sure God wasn't talking to you, telling you this.
No, I don't hear voices. I don't hear none of that. Nothing like that. It's just a gut feeling, like something's not right about
intuition, like you said, is a great word for it. I understand.
Right?
Now, I'm gonna ask you to expound upon that.
Yeah.
Because intuition gut feeling is important to people.
Yeah.
Did you have any physical evidence? Did you
No.
have any evidence whatsoever
Just
to prove your gut feeling?
no, and there is some CPS history also. So that would be the background of physical
Okay.
evidence.
Sure.
Because Kelsey was she was struck, according to her words, by a fellow named Mark that Amanda used to date. And so when I found out about that, I told my school counselor, and she's a PhD in psychology, and she called CPS.
We already have a CPS history. We're well
Okay.
aware of that.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
aware of that.
So, and I've actually like forwarded that to probably 20 judges and
Gotcha,
78
gotcha,
Michigan
gotcha.
legislators because I worry about that.
Cy is unable to come up with any evidence that Kelsey or any of Amanda's other children were being mistreated because that evidence doesn't exist. In fact, the only incident where CPS investigated Amanda occurred when Cy had CPS called on her after he made false claims to a mandated reporter. CPS investigated and very quickly determined that there were absolutely no concerns of mistreatment in Amanda and Wayne's home because, just as a reminder, Wayne and Amanda got married in 2012. At that point, they had been dating for several years, and Wayne was more of a father to Kelsey than Cy had ever been, considering the fact that Cy and Amanda separated when Kelsey was a year old.
You know?
So you're driving
Yeah.
to her house Wednesday night. Do you
Yeah.
remember exactly what time?
I don't. It was getting kind of dark. I don't remember the exact time.
Right, so you drive there, you go, just pick up in your words.
Yeah. So then I was like, okay, let me see if if they have finally allowed Carly and Kelsey to talk again. Because that is that's something I kind of send.
Carly and Kelsey, who's Carly?
Carly is the middle sister,
Okay.
who's with Rose Gordon, who's
Okay, but doesn't live with them.
right. No.
Okay.
And so
So let me ask you this. You, that's what your main objective is to go see if, I mean, your main,
yeah, I mean, my main objective is simply to go and drop the presents and leave. That's it. I think either the day of or the day before, I had texted Mike and Grandpa Mike and Grandma Rose something like, what can be done on Kelsey's birthday to both protect her and give her dignity. And by that I mean restore fractured relationships, make sure the kids are talking. I was a court-appointed special advocate working with CPS kids before. Sibling rights is huge.
I'm gonna redirect you.
Sure.
Because you tend to sway off of
Sure.
going to this house.
I'm just giving you background, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I told you when we
Yeah.
first started, I felt like
Yeah.
you're a good person. I feel like you're a good person.
Okay.
So I do want to understand what's important to you, and we gotta get to where we need to go.
Sure. Okay, so that was my thought process.
Understandable.
Okay, so I arrived at the house, and so I've gotten a text, and it said something like from Rose that yeah, Carly and Kelsey did finally get to talk, but Sean Charles didn't get to talk to Kelsey.
Okay.
So the biological father. So that was, I was very happy that the
So
child.
where did you get that text at?
I think I was already. I may have been already there, or I pulled it up when I got there.
Okay, so
Basically.
when you say got there, you pull onto the street.
That's my recollection. I don't remember exactly what time I looked at the text, honestly.
You pulled onto the street, correct?
Yeah. Mhm.
So you park.
Yeah.
So go from there.
Okay, so I was like, I feel like, I have my clergy badge on, I feel like I'm gonna go minister to these people, I'm gonna say hello to Wayne, I'm gonna bring peace. I'm gonna bring peace, because they must be in a peaceful mood if they let Carly and Kelsey talk. That's my thought, is that surely they're not gonna see any harm, I'm just bringing Christian CDs and a biblical devotion, that's it. Okay? And so I knock on the door, and I had picked up some boxes that somebody else left, so I was like, okay, I was gonna knock on the door and just give them to Wayne or Amanda or whoever answered and be like, hey, happy birthday. This is for me and my ministry, and I would love to talk to you guys about, the financial ministry books that I left too. That was my agenda, right? So I rang the doorbell.
Let me reverse you real quick. How long, when you parked, how long did you stay in the car? Was it, you pull up, stop, get
It
out,
wasn't too long, yeah.
or did you go park and stop?
It wasn't too long. I mean, I don't know how long. I don't know how long I was there, but I saw some neighbors like sitting there on the porch.
Okay, okay.
I just kind of nodded to them.
Gotcha.
I had my
You had what?
I had the pink I had the pink bag in my hand, and so when I rang the doorbell, I mean, immediately Wayne answered, and he's like, get on the floor, and like he had a gun pointed at me. So like my heart was like pounding, I felt like I was on a heart attack because I didn't expect that. I didn't go for that. I didn't want to do any harm. I had presents in my hand. He's like, put the boxes down, get on your knees, and then suddenly like, I was like, oh my God, like I'm dropping presents for Kelsey's birthday, like put the gun away. And then Amanda suddenly drove up and with two kids in the car, and Kelsey was one of them, I believe, and then the other kid, I don't know, but Amanda like rushed out the door with a gun cocked at me. She's like, get on your knees. I'm like, what are you guys doing, Like, what the heck are you guys doing? Like, I'm here to drop presents, that's it. I wasn't showing a weapon, I wasn't doing anything, I wasn't threatening them, I have zero intention of doing any harm. Zero. So then, like, Wayne's like, oh, I'm tired of you harassing our family. I'm like, how am I harassing your family, dude? Like, I'm not doing anything to you, I'm bringing you presents. I wanted to see Kelsey, that's all. You had told me, Wayne, that you would let me see her. I have tape recording of that also. From years ago. He's like, no, I didn't say that. I said, I do have that recording, Wayne. Like, just relax, get on your knees, So he's like screaming, and I'm pleading with him. I'm like, just put the gun away, relax. I'm begging him, like, put the gun away.
Having a recording from several years ago of her Wayne allegedly saying that Cy can visit Kelsey is kind of negated by the fact that he stalked them after that recording to the point that they went to the police dozens of times. But in Cy's twisted mind, he was never stalking them, just showing up uninvited frequently to homes that he was never given the address for and told not to visit.
And then Amanda like called, I guess she called you guys at that point, and she said something like, I'm following up, there's some guy that's been stalking me for like 10 years, and that's her, prototype story, damsel in distress thing where she thinks like I'm like obsessed with her or something like that. I have no interest in Amanda. I'm not romantically interested in her, physically interested, or any kind of interest like that. I have one thing that drives my ministry. I created the ministry for Kelsey and her sister, so they have a legacy of serving Christ, and they know they can have a career in Christian music. I wanted to share that with them and the whole family, and Rose and Brad and Sean Charles and whatever.
So you're at the doorway.
Yeah.
She pulls up. She's
Yeah.
got her gun on you.
Yeah.
He's got his gun on you.
Yeah,
She's on
two
the phone with,
weapons
she's on the phone
pointed
with
at me.
911.
Yeah.
You know she's on the phone with 911, right?
I figured either that or a police station. Yeah. And then
Police station is 911.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if they did an emergency call or not.
Okay.
They had
Okay, I understand.
And then Wayne did mention that I talked to a detective, and he said that if you ever come here, we'll make a citizen's arrest on you. And I'm like, okay, like, so put the gun down, So then I was like begging him, like, just let me stand up. And then he like hit me and like put me on the ground,
Okay, so you complied with their orders when
Yes.
they say get on the ground.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
were you on your stomach or were you on your knees?
And knees.
Okay.
Yeah, and my hands were in there.
Okay.
And then I told Amanda, I was like, what are you doing? Like,
Now, are you in the front door area?
Yeah,
this
it was
time?
like, it was like in that front door entranceway.
Right.
And so Wayne had come on. He was in the entranceway, and then Amanda had drove up here, and she was like right in front of the entranceway. And I'm thinking, like, I'm looking at Wayne, and I'm like, man, this is like, this looks like a demonic child molester kind of guy. Like, why is he not? Why is he so angry that he's like pointing gun and not willing to de-escalate? I'm trying to de-escalate both of them, and then some kid was in the car with Kelsey, and she's like screaming and crying, oh my God, she has a gun. And I'm like, Amanda, calm down, put the gun away, get in the car, drive the kids to where they're not watching all this. This is not right. So I was begging them. And then I got really scared because neither of them were putting the gun down. So I literally started weeping, because I was like, just don't hurt me, you know? Don't hurt me, please, please. You know, and I literally like was so scared, like, I mean, like my heart was pounding and I thought I was gonna, I'm a grown man, I thought I was gonna pee my pants, you know?
Okay.
And so, thank God, like finally, the dispatcher told Amanda, put your gun, is he showing a weapon or something like that? And then, Amanda was like, okay, Wayne, they told us to put our guns down.
And did Wayne comply with that order?
Yeah, so Wayne,
So he put his gun down inside.
he went somewhere, he went inside, so I don't know if he put his gun down, but Amanda put her gun
He
down.
put his gun down inside.
Okay,
So, because,
yeah, okay, so at that point,
You
Yeah.
glossed over this real quick. Amanda put her gun down too, right?
she did at that point, okay.
Away from you.
Yes, away from
Away
me.
from you.
Away from me. And
So
so,
at this point,
yeah,
there are no guns visible, correct?
no guns visible.
Okay.
Right.
Alright.
So I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I'm going to go home. I'm just gonna just get up slowly and just apologize and say, look, I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna step right there to the next
So
driveway.
help me understand this. Wayne put his gun up
Yeah.
inside,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Alright?
Yeah.
And the reason why I know that,
Yeah.
okay, is because that's where we found the gun,
okay,
inside.
okay.
But what I also know is that Wayne turned his back on you and went and put his gun inside.
Yeah, so
So Wayne didn't feel you were a threat
and
at that point.
I thought they were not gonna be a threat at that point.
Okay. So
Okay.
Wayne puts his gun
Yeah.
up,
Yes,
no weapon.
yes,
She puts her gun down, correct?
yes,
Her dispatch, put
Yes.
your gun down.
yes,
Okay. So at this moment, we got nobody with guns,
right,
correct?
right,
Okay.
okay.
I want to make sure we're on the same playing
Yes,
field. Okay.
yes,
At that point, no one can shoot anyone
correct.
at all because there are no guns present.
No guns visible.
No guns visible, but there was a gun. Because while Wayne and Amanda were both legally allowed to carry a firearm, and each of them had actually taken classes on safe handling, Cy had his own gun, one that he bought illegally, and wasn't registered to him in any way.
I wasn't putting a gun in anyone either.
Got it,
So I
understand.
thought I was
Okay.
safe now. I thought I was safe. So I was like, I got up slowly and I was like, look guys, I'm just going to come. I'm just gonna go to the driveway next door and I'm gonna stay there. Okay?
Did you tell them that?
Yes. And I had my hands up in the air.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
As
Then what happened?
soon as I got up and stepped towards the garage door, Amanda went back to her gun, picked it up, and then Wayne came like charging at me. You know, so I thought he had his gun at that point. Okay, he charged at me, he attacked me, he hit me, and Kelsey was watching this whole thing. Okay, and I hope that Kelsey saw enough to where she told you I did not strike them, I did not hit them, I didn't instigate any kind of.
Pastor Sal, I'm
yeah.
gonna kind of shut you down a little bit, okay?
Right.
Because we have a little better than two kids witnessing it,
Okay,
okay?
okay.
But we also have video from the
Okay.
house that's Caddy Corner
Next door,
who
okay.
recently
Yeah.
got video cameras installed.
Right.
It's very good video.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm going to challenge you the fact that
Okay.
Amanda picked her gun up. I'm gonna challenge you to that fact, okay?
She had it though in her hand pointing at me.
I'm gonna challenge you that I've seen the video.
I would ask that you watch it again
Okay.
because when I was like right here at near to to Wayne's vehicle, I guess, and about to leave to the next apartment. I mean the next home, and I saw the guy. It looked like he was like popping in and out, the neighbor. So Wayne came at me and he attacked me and struck me. So I thought, and Amanda was pointing the
With
gun
a
at me.
closed fist?
I saw his hand go up and I thought he had a gun. I had no idea whether he had a gun or not. I thought he still did. I thought he pulled some trick where he might have like put it in his back pocket or something, okay? So at that point, like, I yelled out, I don't know if you heard the dispatch call yet, but I yelled out that they're assaulting me. And Amanda was like pointing her weapon at me, okay? And at that point, I was scared because I thought both of them have guns and now he's striking me physically and he's actually gonna kill me. So at that point, I pulled the gun that I had and I fired. And then, like when he went down, like then it was like then I didn't want to shoot her. I didn't want to hurt her, but I did fire in that direction because I saw she had a gun. And the reason I know she had a gun is because after she my magazine ran out, and then she was screaming and she like ran back in the house, and I saw a gun right there.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt that you thought maybe he had a gun, maybe he put it in his small back. He went inside and put his gun up.
Okay.
Now, he turned his back on you.
Yeah.
You might have looked away and not saw him put the gun down.
I didn't see it.
I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, Pastor Si, that you still thought maybe he had a gun and it was in his hand when he came to hit you.
Yes.
Okay. I will say this, even if he had the gun in his hand and he was gonna hit you with a gun in his hand, we're not talking about like this, shooting to kill.
But it could be the next step because
It
there's
could
two
be.
guns,
Well,
so I had no reason to believe that they
Let
were
me challenge you again, Pastor Si,
me-
because video is clear.
Yeah.
All right. When the dispatcher told her to put that gun down,
Yeah.
she wouldn't put that gun down.
Yeah, but you know where she put it?
Hold on.
Yeah.
We're not gonna play semantics here.
Sure.
All right. We got dead people. We're not gonna play games.
Yes, sir.
All right. I've given you the benefit of the doubt this entire time.
Yes, sir.
All right. She didn't pick that gun up again. I've watched the video, and about 12 other detectives have watched that video.
I was watching it. She had to because she put the gun down near the front door, and then she picked it back up when I got up to get over, and then she was pointing at me when Wayne jumped on me, and then after all that, she must have dropped the gun. I thought in my mind that when I fired at her, she may have ricocheted or just dropped it and ran. But the gun was over here. But first it was here. So there has to be some video that shows that she kneeled down by the front door and then the gun wound up there. And I didn't touch that gun.
Okay, so
I didn't want it to happen like that. That's the last thing I wanted is for kids to see that, for someone to get shot, for my ministry and my job to be destroyed by this.
Okay. Well, I can wholeheartedly understand that. So when you get up, you use the term attacked you, okay? And if you felt that way, that's the term you should have used.
Yeah.
All right? He came like this, you said, to swing. You felt he had a gun in his hand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I tell you, he did not have a gun in his hand. Okay?
Okay.
The gun that he originally had was placed inside where we found it, right inside the doorway.
Okay.
He did not have a gun in his hand. All right. So you shot him. How many times?
I don't know. I just pressed the trigger and then it was just like, it was panic mode.
Okay.
You know.
So you shot him. Then Amanda did what?
I saw her with the gun in her hand, and so I fired in that direction, and then she was like screaming, and then I was like, oh my God, like my heart was pounding, and then all I remember was seeing her run in the house, and then I was like, oh my God, like everything in my heart wanted to like just tell the kids, hey, I'm so sorry you saw this. It's okay now. It's done.
Just a reminder, Cy had every opportunity to not make the children, including the child he claimed to care so much about, go through this, because though he claims all he wanted to do was make it better for them and apologize, what the camera caught him doing next proves that his actions weren't done out of self-defense. They were done out of a need for control and his own hatred for the woman who, rightfully, got away from him.
So I saw that, and then I was like, okay, there's no reason to shoot anymore. Let me leave, because I wanted to stay. That was what my heart was telling me to do. Just stay, talk to cops, talk to everybody. But the way that things went down, where she was constantly telling on the phone, this guy's stalking me, and then I'm thinking like all the news, I'm a colored man and nothing against you guys, but I mean, it looks a bad situation, there they're already built up. They think a stalker's at the door. They hear gunshots. They hear her screaming. And I'm a colored guy, and I can have my hands up, and I'm still afraid I'm gonna get shot. You know. So what I did was I didn't even get to say bye to Kelsey. I just drove, and then my mind was like racing just a million miles an hour.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
We got a lot to reverse in. Okay. When you left after the shooting,
Yeah.
you're leaving out a lot of stuff. Leaving out a lot of stuff. And what you're leaving out is you left, stopped, turned back around, and went back. What did you do when you went back?
I don't remember.
Would you like me to tell you?
Yes.
No, I want you to remember.
I don't remember what was happening.
I want you to remember. You've been pretty specific about the stuff that benefited you. You've been pretty clear on everything that benefits Pastor Si. Give me something that you did that you know damn well you shouldn't have done after he was shot, laying on that ground. What'd you do when you went back?
I think I shot at the door. I might have shot at the door.
You didn't shoot at the door, Pastor. You know what you did.
I'm not sure.
Okay. I told you I ain't gonna yell at you, I ain't gonna scream you. I'm not gonna do that because that ain't my style.
Sure.
Alright, but I don't like being lied to. Alright, I don't like being told, for about an hour now, everything that is good in your life, why you do everything good, and for the pastor, and for the ministry, and for everything. That's all admirable. Alright?
Yes, sir.
It's all very, very, very honorary. Okay? But now it's time to start talking about some of the things Pastor Si did that night that Pastor Si knows is not godly.
I'm lying to
You didn't go shoot at that door. Alright? Don't sit here and lie to me because I hadn't sat here and lied to you either.
I don't remember. I don't.
Okay? You do know autopsies take place. You know how those work, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know what the autopsy says?
What's that?
You went right back to him, which is on video.
Hmm.
Again. Not gonna lie to you. You're gonna see the video.
Okay.
You're gonna see the video. You know you're charged with murder, right? You know that.
Yes, sir.
All right. There's a reason why you're charged with murder. There's a reason why you're not charged with or we just would have said, hey, come talk to us. We want to investigate you for this. There's a reason why we didn't give you the benefit of the doubt, thinking it was self-defense. All right. Once you're a smart guy. You got a master's degree, right?
Yes, sir.
Pretty smart dude. Okay? This investigation turned real quick away from self-defense. Real quick. Based on a few things. The stifling marks. You know what stifling is?
No.
When a gun is so close to somebody's skin, okay, that it leaves gunpowder residue. Alright? You went over to that man and put 2 bullets in the side of his head after you originally shot him. Yes, you did. Those, Pastor Si?
It wasn't at the same time?
Pastor Si? I let you sit here and rumble for a long time. Okay? There's 2 gunshot wounds. The gun was close to his head.
Mm.
Actually, his right forehead.
Mm.
There's 2 gunshot wounds with stiflings to it. The only way it's scientifically possible to get stifling marks on a person's skin is if the gun is against the skin or within a couple of inches in perimeter. Alright? That's why you're not sitting here giving the benefit of the doubt that this is self-defense.
Okay.
Alright? Because self-defense, bam, bam, oh shit, I'm out of here, I'm taking off running.
Okay.
Calling the police, calling 911. Hey, they pulled guns on me. I had to shoot to get away. That's self-defense. Run into a neighbor's banging on the door, call the police. That's self-defense. You know what self-defense isn't? You going and standing over Amanda and acting like you're gonna shoot her again, or trying to shoot her again, and the gun dry stunted. Do you remember that?
No.
You did that. Now, I don't know if it was anger,
Yeah.
and I don't know what got into you at the time, but that ain't self-defense when you go back to Amanda and try to kill her and step over her like a piece of meat like you did that's on video and do this, and your gun is out of bullets. You know why your gun's out of bullets? Because you shot 10 times at Wayne. That's why this ain't self-defense.
The footage at the scene of the crime actually showed Cy initially run away after shooting Amanda twice, very intentionally, once in the arm and once in the leg. He reached the end of the driveway before he stopped, turned around, and sprinted back to Amanda, who was curled up on the pavement, bleeding profusely. He pointed his weapon directly at her face and pulled the trigger, but with no bullets left, the gun just clicked. That is the only reason why Amanda lived to tell police exactly what happened, and to continue raising her beautiful children with Wayne.